Welcome back, everyone, to the next installment of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. We are unfortunately investigating a body. This time, as you may have expected, it would be Sakura's.
I'm dead.
Yeah. I had a thought after we recorded the last installment. I didn't think of it at the time, but when you know how Byakuya is trying to call the shots here, and Kyoko asked if Byakuya wouldn't mind if she investigated the body. And Byakuya said, well, of course, whatever, like I would ever touch a filthy corpse. And I had made a joke about, well, it's a crime scene investigation, you should. But I didn't think anything more of it. But then I realized, Chapter 2, Byakuya encountered Chihiro's corpse, strung it up, and wrote on the wall with his blood for fun. So what the hell is this? So now I'm actually instantly suspicious against Byakuya of all people. So we'll see where this goes. Now we have evidence to check, but let's also talk to the people.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. Go away. He's not even trying to hide how much he despises me. I better go before he crushes my soul completely.
Your soul is mine.
Yeah.
However...
But for Sakura to have been killed...
Yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight. Hence the wound on the back of her head and not the front.
It's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how is the killer able to get the upper hand on her?
Well, it did say she coughed up blood. I'm thinking poison. Like in the chem lab.
I wonder, did someone get the upper hand?
No, if freaking Monokuma can't, then I think no one else can. Like some random-ass high schooler. He knows the best chance that there's no way. They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her.
And she's sitting in a chair, unless they propped her up,
Yeah.
But, yeah. By the way, interesting realization we both made from last installment. I was complaining a while ago in Chapter 3 about how the odds are stacked way against me in terms of how many voices we have left. But now it's even, because you
More or
have...
less.
Yeah, you have Monokuma, Kyoko, Hina, and Hiro, and I have Makoto, Byakuya, because she's not here, Toko, and if you counted, Alter Ego, as I kind of have Chihiro's voice back.
Yep.
It's weird.
What the heck?
We already know who did it.
I won't forgive you.
Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them.
With a setup like that, it sounds like a red herring, but I really do suspect Byakuya.
They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto?
Oh, don't do this. Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more.
Let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room.
That is gutsy. What?
She doesn't have anything to be scared of, usually.
I know, but Genocide Jack, even so, she's still total loon.
After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me... She said she'd left a note for each of them.
You stink. Signed, Sakura.
You smell like poop butthole.
Yeah, what?
She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon.
Also, was that a Rick and Morty reference?
I don't watch
Oh, so that was an amazing coincidence. It's an incredible coincidence. By noon, the Monokuma file said she died right around then.
I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her, by force even, this never would have happened.
Yeah, I mean...
You like how I let her cry?
Well played. By the way... I mean, if I'd stopped her by force, yeah, maybe if I were free of this whole situation, wouldn't that be nice? Like, you can't just make up situations and assume they'll happen. Let's stop Sakura by force. Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Oh, that actually counted. Alright.
Yeah, the whole probably by 12, like, time period.
But the fact that she asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying, it might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. Alright, back to Byakuya, I guess.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. I somehow did not hear your whole conversation. Then it's true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? That is a very good point. Hey, Byakuya, the guy who hates me, you want to meet me in a private place by my... Like, no! God, no! So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. I know it's bolding the I haven't seen her today, but at the same time, rip the note to shreds is what I find suspicious. Like, I'm waiting for 3 notes to be found, you know? Byakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Byakuya's account. Alright. Is there anyone else in the room? No, Hiro pieced out. Well, here we go. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that that's what killed her, but according to the Monokuma files, she had also vomited blood. And I could see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So, what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries.
You know, I'm thinking that would be a great Halloween costume. Just cover yourself with hot pink blood.
That's actually kind of clever.
No one would know what you're from.
And then ask to like, investigate me. Yeah. Maybe her getting on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? I can buy that, but no. That's not what happened. Not a chance. But Byakuya?
That's fine.
Maybe you should remove yourself from my sight! However, your eyes have landed in a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting, don't you agree?
Look at the definition of the muscles on her legs.
It's insane. No, I don't think I call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. Unless that's what got her stunned so the blow of the back of the head would work. There is that possibility, but at least it led to it, I'm sure. This looks like some kind of rapper. Like 50 Cent?
I was gonna make that joke, but then I thought how stupid it was.
Yeah!
That's...
Do you recognize it, Hina?
Well,
yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little.
I'm assuming the candy, not the freaking wrapper. So
Like
you gave
50
that...
Cent?
Yeah. I don't know, it's kind of dumb. I wouldn't have said something like that. So you gave that candy to Sakura.
I found a big box fit in the warehouse. I really like them.
Well done, nice timing.
Actually, as soon as you could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them.
You really like them that much?
because, I mean,
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her.
Could the candy have been poisoned?
Could the wrapper have been poisoned?
Yeah. No, now I'm curious, because Hina's the most emotional one here, but I don't believe that she did it, but, like, this is a pretty good way to have done it, I gotta admit. And wait a minute. She was in the chem lab with Sakura. They both know about the poison.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really don't want to think that she's the one who did it, unless it's like that thing in the early chapters of Death Note, where Light Yagami really was crying over his girlfriend's death, because it really was sad, but he's the one who did it. Like, now I'm curious. It would be a damn shame if it were Aoi, but, like, I don't know. Byakuya's got to talk about not investigating the bodies, and Aoi gave her food, and she definitely knows about the poison. Anyone else could, realistically, but we confirmed that she knows about it. But Sakura's smiling. Did they arrange this? Like, this is killing me here.
But now, they lost all their flavor.
Hina. Alright, polka dot. It says polka dot. Is another pattern gonna come into play? Like, it couldn't have been that pattern.
Maybe there's gonna be a stripe wrapper.
Exactly. I'll show you the polka dot candy. Alright, so
the blood and the cracked.
Do you think the clock well, the clock doesn't really. It's around 1 o'clock. Alright. Sakura died around 12, so roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving alter ego? Oh, that wasn't a file. Alright, so we have the bloodstain.
It's not a bloodstain.
Oh, shards of glass.
Remember, blood is pink.
That's right.
I was gonna say it last
so
time.
So weird, yeah.
Because I know you said that. But when you're done, there is blood.
Yeah, it is. Shards of glass around the chair Sakura was sitting on, so that's the blow to the back of the head, presumably. The glass is all red, and there are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Wow. Move over, Phoenix Ray. Makoto's...
This is actually gonna come up again.
I know, but like...
No,
geez,
but like...
It's the top and bottom half of a bottle, so it must have been a bottle. Like, unless they're two different bottles.
This is kind of the dumbest part I remember of this.
Alright. Unless they're two different bottles by pure coincidence. I don't know, I'm stretching for things.
That's the argument that they're gonna have.
Yeah. Huh? There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. So, like, Monokuma Chess Knight?
I guess.
It's a Monokuma figure.
Figurine.
Yeah. Excuse me, so there's the blood.
Yeah.
A little hard to aim at that. There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf, so nowhere near here. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. So why is it so far away from where she died? That's a very good question.
Turn to the right.
Wait, hold on, but what's this? Does this matter?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, that's what...
Yeah, that's the super protein!
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it makes sense for Sakura to have this, but I guess she cares about it more than Aoi, but Aoi does care about it.
Proteinzyme X.
Yeah, I know, like the most generic, like, this is not real name. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So...
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty.
So that could have also presumably been poisoned. Wait a second. Sakura must have drunk it. Huh? Past participle, come on! Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments. Yes, sorry, but drank is simple past. I'm looking for past participle.
You should,
Yeah, excuse me, Atlas.
You should apply for a job. I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you.
I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me. Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab had all kinds of health stuff, so she must have gotten this from the Chem Lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange.
Huh? What is?
Hey.
You see what's scattered around the can?
Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside. Maybe.
But
they aren't... Oh, it's you.
But they aren't scattered around the can. They're also underneath it.
So was the pane replaced? That'd be hard to do, though. Why does that... You're an idiot. Why does that matter?
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it so you can use it in the trial later.
Yeah, exactly. It'll become a literal bullet.
I feel like it'll become an important clue later on.
I mean, no spoilers. An important clue? I'm not sure I see how. Empty protein drink. Alright, so yeah, back
Turn to the
side.
right and do your...
The empty locker?
Yeah, well, there's that.
Huh? The locker's open. And there on the inside? It's a handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing here?
It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
It looks quite fresh, too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker, and they left behind a little something extra.
So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locker room was open, don't you think? I need to take a look at the picture again, but I want to say no, and I'll say why in a second. And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility.
But yeah, it is at the opposite end of the room. That'd be really hard to miss. Huh? Why not?
Hey.
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? The locker was already open.
Yeah, oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
Indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door.
Yeah, so then... What does this handprint mean? Yeah! No, I was right.
What?
Those, like... You had to be in the locker facing inside of the locker.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're not facing
like
outward. Yeah, because otherwise the hand would probably be upside down, because it's really awkward to contort your hand that way.
Also turn around.
So someone was probably, like, it looks like someone was put in the locker. But even so, put in facing the locker. Like, grabbed from behind and shoved in that way. But that's really weird. Alright, so we're still not done.
And then that thing on top of the...
Yeah, here, up here?
Yeah.
Yeah. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. They all have the figurines. Hey! Pawn, rook, blank, so the knight, bishop, blank, and king, implying that there's a missing queen. So there really are 2 bottles. So where's the other bottle? What I'm wondering is how did they get those figures inside the bottles? Yeah, that's a good point. It's like the people who make the ships inside the bottles.
So...
Oh, wow.
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle.
Well, it kind of is, because you, like, put the parts of the ship in and then build it with, like, tweezers and everything. Like, this is a chess piece. Like, how did they get that in? Huh?
You know where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside? You've never seen that?
Oh, yeah. Maybe I have.
In other words...
So, this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle,
Do you
if
really
will.
need a name for it? Monokuma bottle. Looks like we're done. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little.
This I remember is a somewhat short investigation, but I could be wrong.
The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. And even if you didn't know chess, there's still clearly 2 spaces. The Monokuma figure we found on the grounds. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Like, are you freaking... Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with what I assume was a bottle, right? The shards of glass in the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. Alright, still not done, so... Whoa, what's that? Oh, the magazine rack. Oh, it's just the blood.
Try talking to the 2 of them again, maybe.
Well, 1 second. I'm gonna check the actual couch.
You
Oh,
can't.
that's the blood. Alright. Let me reverse the... What is that? That's the blood. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Hey,
Shoot.
We saw
Oh, yeah. Maybe you can leave.
that. Yeah,
Okay.
no.
oh, forgive.
Try looking at her corpse
Sakura
again.
again? Yeah. Multiple blows to the head. Multiple blows to the head, yeah. Found in blood, trace of blood. Alright, what am I... Oh, wait a minute. Do I have to choose the door to leave? Is it one of those? Door's the only way in or out. The door doesn't have a lock. Yeah, I made that mistake last time.
Yeah.
And there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. I'm thinking of the mountings. I wonder if it meant the window. The only notable damage to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. But there was blue glass below the thing that fell down. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used in the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Now no? Wait, what was that? Yeah, there's 2 things. Like the chair?
The chair?
I guess the chair's it. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob so we couldn't get the door open. There was no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening, and there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. Again, implying there's some sort of hidden passageway out of here, like in the boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor. There you go.
Jinx. You can't
Damn
talk
it!
anymore.
How good are you at doing a Makoto and a Toko voice?
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation?
Yeah, I
No,
think so.
my lieutenant investigation.
Yeah, I was thinking something like that. But it was too stupid. What was I gonna say? All right. Yeah, I think so for the most part.
So then,
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
Well, there aren't so many people to talk to anymore, so this will be quick.
listen to me.
Which is why I decided it'll go in my place.
She's decided. She's getting a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Alright. Oh, actually... Let's see if I can't cheat with this. Right, map.
You'll see people if they're there.
Yeah, the drawing.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Probably Chem
No.
Lab.
Oh yeah, right, there's a 5th floor now. No. Oh, that was the 1st floor. Physics lab. Are you... Ah.
That's where you
Oh,
are.
that's... Damn it. Alright, 2nd floor. 2nd floor's got nothing? And there's those 2 first floors. I'll get out of here with this.
Go
To hell with it.
Hit L again. Hit L.
I did, actually. It's the gym.
Hit L again.
Gym first floor. Hope's Peak fourth floor.
Oh, maybe you can't warp to the fourth floor then if you want to, or just walk.
I'm just gonna walk. Alright, this is vexatious. We did send them out of the room. So
it might be because there's something...
There you go.
Oh, okay.
I went back to the rooms. Well, after all that, it just takes me there. How embarrassing. So I guess I'll do Hero first. There
Hero
it
is all at the end.
Well, I have to pass Toko to do it, so I'll just do Toko first. I press the doorbell, and after a few seconds... God, that's creepy.
Who's there?
Ugh, the most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Oh, you got a lot
Say her
better.
name.
Yeah.
It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall. That's amazing.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something? I'm gonna just go through the conversation first. If it's something indecent, get ready for a sexual harassment lawsuit. Wow, Toko. Is she out here?
No, you...
Oh, okay. I was like, really?
What do you want?
I'm gonna do indecent first, because I bet you it's gonna gloss over that, because I already missed the conversation once. It's be stupid. You know, you're always talking about how indecent things are, but you're always the one who brings it up in the first place, you know? This is kind of probably a mistake on our part, but let's see. What? You think you can beat me in a battle of wits? You're nothing. That's not what I'm trying to do. Don't bother! The only one who's allowed to accuse me is Master. My heart and soul belong to him. Oh god. Oh god.
You want to do that?
No. I need to pump the brakes on this situation. Awkward silence. Oh, thank god that's over. I really like that that was an optional thing that you could miss. I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you.
Well...
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said two, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I had no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. I really like that the game's making it out so I can't trust anybody.
Yeah.
It's not doing that really painfully, like, I bet it was Hiro in Chapter 3. You think it was Hiro? Like, now it's Toko and Byakuya are suspicious. Personally, I'm suspicious of Aoi, even though I really don't want to be. And we'll see what happens with Hiro. Okay, Yasuhiro. Press the doorbell. And after a few seconds...
You know?
I love that he doesn't slide out and do the voice thing. He just pops out.
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something?
Again, I'm going to skip past this. Alright.
Okay.
Is he in the room again? Because that'd be a little disappointing on my part. Okay.
You know?
What's up, Makoto?
You know?
Did you need something from me?
You know?
He said something different that time.
No, he didn't.
Yeah. He ended with something. The next time he did it, he said from me.
Where's the... Don't we have a transcript? Oh, the hell with it. The hell. Yeah! Oh, snap! Oh! Alright. Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you.
How do you know about that?
Could it be?
Oh, did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you?
Yasuhiro, I'm not your brother.
But I'm not the only one who she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she has Byakuya and Toko to come too.
Interesting. So Byakuya and Toko, unless they're lying, did not know that the others were invited. But this guy does. What? When did Sakura tell you that?
Oh, well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course.
What was that all about? What was the hesitation for?
I don't know.
But didn't she write you a note?
Yeah, a note.
How about that?
She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like, in passing.
Okay, I'm not believing this. And it's weird to be suspicious of Hero of all dumbasses in the world, but this is really suspicious. Alright. So then you went and met with Sakura.
You got it all wrong.
No way! I totally didn't! Why would I ever do that?
Yeah. Definitely suspicious.
Actually,
The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt, and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then.
So Byakuya said that too. Didn't he?
I don't remember.
Or I wasn't with her or whatever. Oh yeah, because I remember that stood out because what stood out for me was that he ripped up the note. He's like, I haven't seen her since, so they both said that. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you?
Do I still have it? Let's see.
Now see, this pisses me off because this is suspicious, but like, he really was a dumbass and lost the note in the last chapter, so like...
But see, the thing is, we can't see what's going on. It's him fumbling in his pocket
Yeah.
and writing something on a piece of paper.
Yeah, I know. The worst handwriting ever. This is the note. Hero was feeling around his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Oh, sorry. Looks like I don't have it anymore.
With a big, goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something float to the ground. What a moron! This guy. Something had fallen out of Hero's pocket. I know it's meant so we pay attention, but I know it's meant so we pay attention, but it really reminds me of JoJo, the way they just emphasize things. Like something had fallen out of the pocket. Like the manga does that all the time, and it's just so bizarre. So you mean there's a fruit we have to investigate? Like yes, like in the flower pot. Like they just keep doing stuff like that all the time. Huh? Quick as the wind, Hero snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out.
Trash.
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me...
Wow, this is suspicious. Although, this is highly suspicious. So, if anything, if he was involved in this at all, I suspect he was someone's dumbass accomplishment.
You know who I think
accomplice.
did it?
What?
Red herring.
Oh! Yeah, knuckleheads. Before waiting for a reply, Hero quickly slipped back into his robe. Hero said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash.
I thought it was polka dot candy wrapper.
I know, this is broken. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hero. What next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find more about the protein candy found at the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? How about the freaking chem lab? Alright, let's go. 4th floor, right? Oh, Byakuya's in the chem lab right now, too. That's a little odd, but alright. Hey, bro. So I'm gonna check the shelf first. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. Yeah, spilled stuff. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. And it's a red bottle, too. A broken red bottle, hey! Is this where all the powder came from? It looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Well then, this powder must have been spilled.
In other words,
That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Okay, let's check the actual powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I'd better not leave a footprint. Actually, yeah, wait. These are footprints, and they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
What?
Well, let's go. Chop chop. God, what an asshole. Okay. So I got to work, and before long, I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. Not bad, actually. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me.
I see.
So, when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. Wait a second. I mean, we figured this out already, but wasn't the thing in the rec room labeled A something? The protein.
A2.
Yeah. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be.
It's certainly possible.
Makoto, are they yours? No.
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes, and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see, your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your foot. Unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints are a really valuable clue. I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf.
Now you look at the powder.
Yeah. Remains of a broken bottle. Looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4, and it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Footprints in the powder. And the powder itself now. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor, better not leave a footprint. Alright,
Okay.
Now I guess I'll talk to Byakuya. Oh, I'm not done? Alright, the shelf then. Let's see, what's on the shelf? Dietary supplements and different medicines.
Except for that C9.
Yeah, also poison. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from the shelf. All the containers are labeled the letter A, except for the C one.
Yeah.
So I guess I consider this part of the shelving unit section A, except for the C one. Huh? But wait! Hold it! There's one bottle labeled C9. Could someone have put it here by accident? That's honestly a pet peeve of mine. It really is.
You know, this is great. I'm gonna write you an essay now.
Yeah, with all this
that
crap.
just has all these mistakes.
Alright, B. On this shelf is a bunch of chemicals I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. Oh, reagents?
Yes.
How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? The words of a lifelong loser. Which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that.
Well, you are a
Yeah,
loser.
projecting much? Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers are labeled the letter B in a number. So I guess I consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here, in which case I don't think I have to worry too much about the shelf. On this shelf is one look, and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. There's lots of C9, actually. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on the shelf are labeled C in a number, so I guess I could consider this part of the shelving unit section C. C for poison. I should try to find out more about the shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. A is dietary supplements, B is reagents, and C is lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from section A, but what concerns me is that in section A there was a bottle with a label from section C. What was a bottle of poison from C doing in A? There's definitely something going on there. Hooray. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab, maybe the rec room. Sure. Let's just go right back. Good one. Let's go right back to where we started then.
It's on the 3rd floor.
It is the 3rd floor? Alright. Alright, pretty good.
Squares.
Yeah, oh, right there. Or, you know,
Maybe you can't go.
How about
Oh, I never noticed that. Look, it says how close you are done to investigating.
Oh, that's clever.
Oh no,
Oh, no,
never mind,
it's just zoom. It's just zoom.
I'm an idiot.
Damn it. Do I actually have to go there?
I guess so. Maybe when you leave the room something happens.
Yeah, maybe. And I'll talk to him for good measure.
I see.
Makoto, I admit, you have a good eye for spotting useful clues, but you also need to learn how to make use of those clues.
Yeah, listen
This
to
is
him.
actually taking a little suspicion off of him.
Nope, you gotta walk.
Yeah, honestly, I am taking a little bit of suspicion off of Byakuya. I would hate for it to be Aoi, but we'll see. Yasuhiro was highly suspicious, but that's like kind of pushing it too much. Oh, that's the other side. I like how the glass is actually broken here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
So, Makoto, how's your investigation going?
Oh, fine, thanks, you. I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told
I
me.
see.
So, along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go to see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying.
Someone's lying? Why do people just lie?
Why would
Yeah.
someone just lie to me?
Anyway,
Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These three things have revealed new clues. You'd do well to look them over one more time.
Alright.
'Cause I don't want to tell you.
Yeah, just do it. Alright, bottle
You just
first.
told me all the stuff you found, but I don't want to tell you what I found.
Well, now we're even, I guess. I think Kyoko said she found the new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new. Something new.
hey,
So, did you figure it out?
Yeah.
There's a hidden correlation
Oh my
between
God.
all the bottles. Pay careful attention, and you're
This
sure
is
you'll
so,
sure to
like,
find it.
hold your hand,
Yeah.
like... Oh, God. Do I have to look at each bottle? A correlation. Chess. Chess. Hey, Kyoko, chess. Can't you just tell me what chess it is?
so...
I don't mind guiding you toward clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome.
That is a good point. And it's not just chess because you don't trust me, chess, right?
Dot, dot.
No answer, chess?
I do trust you, to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with.
Only to a chess degree? Oh my god.
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's been bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right?
An experiment.
Anyway,
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken
Oh,
Monokuma
jeez.
bottles? Try to get the smaller pieces too.
But you're the one who's wearing gloves.
Yeah, right.
Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like
that
that?
doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya's not here, so...
So then,
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass.
She just pieces out, like no guarding the body, I guess. I guess Aoi's here. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting the broken bottle pieces. I guess if you do form more than one bottle, then there you go. And just as I finished up,
Sorry to keep you waiting.
yeah, it's either her or Byakuya, or Toko, or Hiro.
Byakuya wouldn't say sorry
Yeah,
to keep
no,
you
he
waiting.
would not.
Toko wouldn't say sorry to keep you waiting.
and Hiro would not. Hiro, we weren't waiting
Hiro
for
might, but... Is everything ready? Then let's get to work.
Yeah, but we weren't waiting for Hiro.
Yeah.
So, what kind of experiment are we doing?
in other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights.
Compare the weights of what?
The pieces of glass you collected,
Oh.
and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact.
That is better than literally reforming it, which I thought she wanted us to do. Why do you want to do that?
That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done. No, it won't.
listen.
First, let's compare the weight of the two of the normal Monokuma bottles.
That's kind of cool. It's balanced, even though the pawn is clearly smaller than the bishop.
In other words,
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same.
You know, for a scale for a chem lab, you'd think it should be more sensitive than that. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, but nothing else can really affect the weight.
so then,
Now here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see? God
Well,
damn
a
it.
normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collect will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
so then,
Okay, then let's give it a try.
Huh? That bag must be heavy. The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought.
What?
In other words,
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles put it all together.
hey,
And I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion.
Glass bottles are heavier when broken.
That's physics.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? It's all on you.
Yay. Alright, so we got the bottles, magazine rack, and Sakura's body. I'll say that for last because it's probably most relevant. Kyoko's on the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way by accident?
Hey,
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think?
Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. Wow. That's... well, this is... on one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters. And it said Toko. Again, Byakuya is the last person who actually wrote in blood for fun. Could this be a dying message? What, she walked over there, wrote it, then came back? It's a little funky, but...
correct.
Then it would appear you found it.
Kyoko, is this...
So,
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it.
a dying message? Who was dying?
Now, the other thing is, this is probably just like because the first killer gave their name.
And it was legit?
Yeah. So...
but, I mean, again, I'm more suspicious of Byakuya now, because, again, with the not touching the bodies and the penchant for actually writing with blood.
however,
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. And this
So
is not
it's-
blood on my finger.
Yeah.
I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking.
So technically you did put it back upside down.
Yeah. Hey, is that... that says Toko, right?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Then she's the killer, right?
Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
It's settled. She's the killer for sure.
She's so into this
I
all the
know.
time.
That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer.
I could see why you'd think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Alright, now for Sakura herself. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered for Sakura's body. By the way, I did not put her body back like that. Which for the
Just a
benefit of
second.
anyone.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out.
Well, yeah, I know, but...
hey,
Don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
Ew.
Make sure it's a woman?
Yeah, exactly.
There's no getting around it.
Unlike me...
I like how it's 2D, how it is obviously a 2D picture.
I know. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there are still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to
it's
it.
true.
That's totally normal.
Then how can you?
So,
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past.
Wow. What?
Sorry, never mind.
Wait.
More importantly, look here.
Hold on a second. Her shoes? With the powder, so she went to get the protein.
correct.
Unless she really did commit suicide. But the blow on the back of the head, though... Because I'm
You see
thinking...
that yellow powder in her instep?
Yeah. Because, like, I'm just thinking, like, maybe she commit... Like, the glass bottles make that now make sense. Wait a minute! Unless...
Do you realize how enjoying this is for me?
I know. But here's an idea. She's smiling, right?
Yeah.
She did kill herself, so she wouldn't have to have any other friends die, and to atone for her sins. Byakuya, being an asshole twice, came to the crime scene, hit her on the back of the head, and wrote the message in blood. Could you imagine if that's what happened? That'd be freaking legendary.
I actually don't remember what happened.
That
like,
would be
everything that happened.
amazing if that happened, because Byakuya is trying to leave you with clothes.
Yeah.
That would be great. But on the other hand, the powder's on the top of her shoes. Yeah. But no, it doesn't matter. She could leave a footprint before or after the powder was spilled. Like, it just fell where her foot was not, so that could still make sense. But who spilled the powder? It was way on the other shelf. And there, again, with the powder on the A shelf. Like, so many little factors adding up. Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1.
I thought it was 3. Alright.
Where I like clue like number like 10.
Hey.
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
It's true.
Actually, even telling you that is incredibly difficult to spot. So let me just explain. 'Cause
Wow,
you're stupid.
thanks, Mom. Yeah.
It would seem.
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to one head.
To one head. 2 blows? Like double the amount of blows?
Double the blow, double the fun.
I'm seeing double here. 4 blows to her head.
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
That is really important, actually.
It's true.
So that's what I've learned from examining her body in detail.
That's gotta be the last thing. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I mean, who would have guessed that looking at a corpse would help determine how it died, right?
Of course.
I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off.
Yup.
Hey. Oh man, this case is getting me riled up, man. I love this.
Whoops, you caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring, I couldn't stay awake.
Damn it, that's when we could have talked and done things in front of the camera.
Can
Yeah.
I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right?
Actually, would you mind
Please
just...
go through the
okay.
red door on the first floor of the school.
Thank you, Mr.
See you
Monokuma.
soon.
You're welcome! Don't let the bad bugs bite. It's already time. But the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. We know how she died, but not who did it. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Ooh, time for that long, lonely walk. But for now, it is time to stop the installment.